We are floating $50 in profit currently.
I was like, dude, you know that's fucked up. He's like, hey, if people are willing to pay for it. I'm like, I guess you could think of it as a business thing, but
yeah, that class is absolutely rough.
Yeah, it is too.
I know. All right, what's up, guys? It is currently Monday, January 26th. See at the top. I'm in two trades right now. I'm in one. I'm in Ger40 for a buy position that's going well. Same thing as always. Literally just a PCP. It's just on the higher time frame for me. Yeah. Okay. So we have this daily resistance right here, where we can see that sellers are pushing down in the market and they're just struggling to get up. Buyers finally broke through this level and came back and had our correction here. So now I'm just dropping down onto the lower time frames here to look for a PCP again on the lower time frames, right? So we have a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. Then we made a higher high here. Market had the first push, then it corrected, and then I entered sometime last night around 11, close to London session, where price started breaking out and shifting structure, and I entered up in here, and I put my stop loss below these lows right here. I'm tired of getting wicked out, honestly. So even though my stop loss is a little bigger than it normally is, I'm okay with that, right? So now I'm just letting this run. I'm targeting these highs up here, which is a 1 to 3.1. So it's perfect, right? The other trade that I'm in, that I actually just got in, is AudJpy for the exact same similar trade here. Except it's more based on the 4 hour, which is fine. We have sellers pushing down the market here once, twice, 3 times, right? Sellers have finally got taken out of the market and buyers push price up. Then we had our correction, right? And even though there's red candlesticks in here, I'm just counting this as one big push, honestly. This was all just fluctuation in the market. I'm not too worried about it at all. Dropping down to the lower time frames here on the 1 hour. If I zoom in for you guys to see here, price made a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. Price is now making a higher high, shifting structure. So I just entered probably about 15 minutes ago. So I will keep you guys updated on that. Honestly, I'm only really looking at taking a few trades a week now, and everything's going good. So we shall see how the week progresses, how these trades play out, and then if I take anything else. 3 trades max, honestly, probably for the week. But yeah, so we'll see how this plays. I'll catch you guys whenever I do an update. Deuces. Yo, market's coming to a close in about an hour. Trades are going good right now. We are floating $50 in profit currently. Let's take a look over here on the screen. So our first trade, Ger40, right? So I can show you better. I was on my phone the last time. You have sellers in the market here. Sellers, 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 right? Then buyers push price up, breaking above in the market here, which is perfect, right? So then I just need a correction. Market had a long-term correction on the daily time frame back to where sellers originated from, right? Then all I saw when I came to the market was lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, which is a change in structure, right? And then I'm just taking PCP again on the lower time frames. I mean on the 4 hour for me, right? So I have push, correction, right? I drop it down to my time frames. I on 30-minute time frame and started tracking my lows, right? So I've got lower low, lower high, new lower low, right? This is the last lower high. Price broke outside of that, and I entered when price started pushing up a little bit more. So I entered for my stop loss on this trade. I just looked left, right? So like, I didn't want to put my stop loss here. I felt like it was kind of too close, right? And especially since this is such like a daily level, I wanted to give price the opportunity to wiggle around a little bit, right? So I just widened my stop loss a little bit. I looked a little left. Over here, I can see that there's buyers that held price here, right? So I had that level. I had this specific level here where sellers were pushing price down, and then buyers bought from here. So I felt pretty confident to hold my stop loss there. So right now this trade is running. It is the trade that's in profit, honestly, right now. So this is at $55 currently. Now the other trade is AUDJPY, right? And same thing, same push PCP here. We have a seller level here, sellers, 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 sellers. We have a high, buyers push price up. I'm counting this as one big push, right? Because the market fluctuates. It's not just going to do one thing. I'm looking at the sides of these candlesticks, right? So I can see that buyers are pretty much in control. And then we had this giant sell-off when we had some news last week, and JPY pairs absolutely tanked. So if we look at UJ, right? UJ absolutely tanked off the face of the map. So I'm not too worried about the overall pressure of these sellers here. What I'm looking more of is like looking at market structure. What is it telling me, right? So overall, when I was looking at the market, I was looking to see what we were getting, right? So we have lower low, lower high, giant lower low, right? Giant push down, right? You can count these minor pullbacks, but really this is just the first pullback. Have a lower high, lower low. Market starts breaking out of that, so I enter my buy, right? Also, same thing, we're at a key level here, so I just gave my stop loss a little more room. Put it below this wick on the 4-hour time frame, which is just a wick on the 1 hour. And looking left, I can see that we have all of these buyers sitting here. So we have buyers here, right? Buyers here, and buyers here. So I felt confident to place my setup there, knowing my stop loss there, knowing that if price comes down into here, I have a high chance of buyers pushing price back up, right? And I'm just waiting for this to continue to play out. I think it's running very, very well. I'm just waiting to see how it's going to look, right? So right now we've having a change of structure happen on the 2-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame is giving a little bit of a retest of our area after breaking back above, and I'm just waiting it out, you know. So yeah, those are the setups that I'm in. I am waiting on Solana right now. I do really like this Solana trade, but I am a little bit mixed. I have mixed emotions about it, right? On the daily time frame, you can clearly see that we're bearish, right, of this long-term sell that we're having on Solana, and price started respecting this area up here where sellers are involved, right, giving us the first push, the correction, and now the push again. And now I'm expecting the same thing to happen, for us to have a correction in the market and then continue this push down to the downside. Solana is now closed back below where sellers are in control, right? And I'd be looking to take it to this buyer level here where we can see that buyers push price here and where buyers push price from here, right? Looking on the 4-hour time frame, it looks good, right? Like nothing's wrong with this. We have completely broken past all this consolidation where buyers are in this market here. And now we are officially having our correction, right? So we have lower low, now we're making a lower high for them to sell off again. Now the only thing that is concerning me is Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is the mover of crypto, and usually whatever Bitcoin's doing, that means Ethereum's gonna be doing that. That means Solana's gonna be doing that as well, right? So I want to pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing so that way I can make an educated decision, right? Well, with BTC, you can see it's a little bit different. Like, sure, we have this seller level here that we respected and push price back down, right? But we also have, on the daily time frame, we have this buyer level here that we have yet to break, and we have this buyer level here. Even though this buyer level is a minor level, right, within the range of these two, it's still important to look at, right? So looking at this, you can see we have all of these buyers here, like all these buyers. Now we have managed to close below this, but this was news, right? This was the news from Trump announcing the tariffs with Canada. So I am hesitant to take a sell on Solana, knowing that Bitcoin has a chance to buy. And if Bitcoin buys, that means Solana is likely to buy as well, right? So what I may end up doing is waiting for Solana to break outside of my my box, my consolidation box, telling me when market shifts is happening, and waiting to see for a lower high. If Solana gives me a lower high and I have volume and price is pushing, I will most likely enter, but I would love to see where Bitcoin is at. If Bitcoin is back below this level, I'd feel pretty confident to take sells here on Solana, with the notion that Bitcoin will most likely break through this buyer level here. Because if Bitcoin breaks through this buyer level here on the daily time frame and closes, that means we're going to be running to this buyer level here where buyers are in control down here, right? And this would be a very beautiful trade for me on Solana, which I think it's a 1 to 5.4, right? But as of right now, I have my trades running. I am waiting on USD CAD, but that's still setting up. That's still got to break. That's already broke. I still got to come back and correct, start slowing down right before I even look at possibly entering that. But overall, the trades are going well. Market's going to close, so we're going to see how they look later tonight and go from there. But till then, I'll catch you. You'll probably see the next video actually. So this video is going to go up, and then the next video you'll see is how the trade's going throughout the week. So I will catch you guys in this next video. Remember that I love you, God loves you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.